Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I have two Blue Night rubber stamps that I'm going to combine to make one card. This is Reeds and Ducks, with which is from the new release, and Mare and Foal, which is from the last release, but I haven't had a chance to play with it yet. I have the two horses here, and I have it in my mind that I want to make them look like the horses at Assateague Island, the Chincoteague. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Chincoteague Ponies on Assateague Island near Ocean City, Maryland. So let's go ahead and get started, and we will be using PanPastels. At first I was thinking about how I could mask this so that I could cover up the reeds or the grass there and go in with a green color for those, but you know, they're supposed to be a silhouette, so I don't think that they needed to be colored anyways. Besides, I got my masking out of order. You're supposed to mask the horse and pony and then go over top of them with the reeds, which I realized that right about now whenever I go in and stamp this. I'm using Brutus Monroe Detail Ink Raven color, and then I stamp it, and then I pull up my masks and I realize, well, that's not going to work. How am I supposed to be able to color in if I can't see the lines? So I take the masks off and finish stamping, but I leave the stamp in the stamping platform because I'm going to go in back for a re-ink after I do the coloring. So I'm going to put down some turquoise for the water. This will help me sort of build my horizon line and have that as a frame of reference. After I made this card, I thought, well, I should have did my background first and then went in with the horses, but it's all right. I can always make it again and do it that way. I'm using my softy tools, and you just have to rub them off on a piece of paper towel in between use. You don't have to wash them. Some people wash theirs, which is fine. I'm sure if I had more time, I would wash mine out. But basically, I just rub it against a piece of paper towel, and then that takes the heaviest of the PanPastel coloring off, and then I keep rubbing it and it becomes colorless. And then you know it's time to go to your next color. This is an electric eraser. It has batteries in it, and it's much easier for me to use this than to use the erasers, especially with my arthritis in my hands. So for the mama horse, I'm going in with black, and it's actually not black. It's called Payne's Gray. It looks black. And I'm going ahead for her mane and her tail. And then I rub that off a little bit, and I go in with a different color gray. Let's see. It's called Neutral Gray for the body. And just making her gray because my background's going to be yellow and orange, so I figured it'd be better just to have the mama bear be a gray color. Mama bear. The mama horse be a gray color. Yeah, that's clearly a bear. Right. And for the pony, I don't have tan, but I was able to mix red iron oxide tint with yellow, Dario-Lide yellow, which is a very bright yellow, and that's how I came up with my sort of tannish color for the baby. But it looks a little yellow, but it was, you know, when you're trying to combine two different colors of PanPastel to come up with a color, sometimes the more powerful color wins out. Funny and ironic, today I received a new PanPastel in the mail that I ordered off of Amazon, and it was sort of like a light pale yellow, which probably would have worked better in this application, but that's all right. And for the mane on the little baby pony, I used burnt sienna shade. Once I'm done with the pony, I go ahead and I use these little softy tools. That's what these little applicators are called. And I go ahead and I color the background. So I'm using yellow and orange for the background. I don't know if any of you have ever been to Chincoteague, see the ponies on Assateague Island, but I remember one year it was me and my husband and my son, and we took my nephew. We were on a pontoon, and they took us out to the island. We were staying in Ocean City, Maryland. And when we got there, there were just wild ponies everywhere. They were just walking around. They were paying no attention to any of us. No, you can't go up and pet them or anything. You can't feed them or anything. They're wild. But they were pretty close. We got a picture of me standing in front of one with my son. Fortunately, my son was only 4 years old, so he doesn't really remember it that much, but I do have a picture. And then we went back the next year, and we didn't see any ponies. I guess it was just, we got lucky that first year. They said because it was an evening cruise, the ponies were all coming in to try to find something to eat. And they're actually horses, but because they have such poor nutritional sources, they don't become very large. So that's why they call them ponies. And I'm just going to grab some orange here, trying to blend the yellow and orange together. When you look at it here on the card through the camera, it looks like the yellow and the orange are the same color, but they're really not. They look more prominent of a variation, I guess is what I'm trying to say, on the actual card. At the end of this video, you'll see that I have a photo of the card still shot so that you can check it out. Unfortunately, my camera shut off before I can finish the second stamping and putting the sentiment on. But I got pretty far considering. Lots of times my phone will shut off after a certain time because it doesn't have enough memory on it. But I was able to film quite a bit here last night, and I was happy with that. But these tools, they look like little makeup applicators, but they're not. They're specially made sponges for PanPastels. Same with the other tool that I was using. It's specially made for PanPastels. You can get these PanPastels from Blue Night Rubber Stamps. They have the Sunrise Sunset, which is the yellows, orange, and red, and the Day and Night set, which is the blues and the greens. All right, so I just take my electric eraser and I just clean up some of the spots that are kind of overdrawn. I do go back in with my second stamping here, and this is when the video ends. So let's look at the photo together of the finished card. I took the happy birthday greeting from the mini greetings 1 stamp set and stamped that right there above the horse's back because I thought that would be a good spot for the greeting to go. And you can see here the blue water. The horses are standing in the water with the sun in the background. So this was filmed using my new Archon mount that I purchased and just was received yesterday. So I think it did fairly well. There was still a little bit of shaking. I'll have to go back and maybe tighten it up a little bit. But I'm pleased with it, and it definitely is a lot sturdier than what I had before. All right, you guys. Well, hope to see you back here on YouTube or sometime on a Facebook Live real soon. Have a great day. Bye-bye.